Yo, good morning, GM, as they say in the biz. I hope you guys are doing all right. Oh, what is today? Today's Thursday, right? It's the day before pizza day. It's pre-pizza day. Thursday, 9 a.m. on the East Coast, fam. Hope you're doing all right. Hope you got into some coin action last night. I know we were chatting in the YouTube chat before the show started. There's some things rumbling around. Some people in the Vine coin. I made a bunch of Solana on the John McAfee coin last night. That thing ripped. I believe up to like $100 million market cap. I caught that thing at like 6 million. And so that was wild. Definitely a couple times in and out, that was a great little way to end the night. I missed Vine. I woke up this morning. It was already at like a $300 and something million market cap. So I stayed out of that, but I tweeted, as you guys know, VHS is my favorite nostalgia play over on the Solana ecosystem. And so like I was thinking, like as far as nostalgia plays go, you could get Vine at 330. I think someone said just recently, like $338 million market cap, or you can get yourself some VHS at like $2 million market cap. I don't know. A lot more ROI potential on the 2 mil versus the 200 mil, but 300 mil. But that is neither here nor there. That is your preference, guys. GM, thank you. Well, wait, we're on the wrong show here. There we go. Guys, smash the like button if you like being at the Web3 Breakfast. That was confusing. If you guys were watching the screen, you're like, wait a second. Wrong show. Yes, I had the wrong label on the microphone, but it's all right. Very easy to spin. Welcome to Web3 Breakfast, guys. Go ahead, smash the like button if you're watching on YouTube. If you are watching on X, just hit the heart delicately. We are going to have a fun time chit-chatting about what is going on in the markets today because things are going down. I think it was like the market itself was like 5% down when I looked this morning when I was setting up the show. It's saying 1.8% right now. So opportunities abound. There are things that we can get on the cheap, baby. So Mike Vollmer, shout out to Mike Vollmer, one of our mods over here. Great guy. He texted me about virtuals. Now, y'all know that we have been trying to get in on virtuals. It took a nice dip. It actually went back into, again, the old 618, the golden zone of the Fibonacci's. And it came out of there, but then this morning it's back in. So he shot me a text message, said, hey, it's in a pretty good zone. So I did it. I cut my loss on that token metrics AI thing. It had like $1,000 worth of it. And so a little bit less. And so I decided, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being upset about this dog shit coin. I know I've been charting virtuals. We've been wanting to get into it. So why stick around something that we don't like? We're out of the token metrics AI coin. So whoever got us into there and gave us a haircut, it's all right. Lesson learned. Jokes aside, I love you guys. Don't worry about any of that. But we now have a position in virtuals. So we'll be looking at the charts this afternoon. Let's see where that thing is at. So it's about 260 right now, down 5%. A lot of things down 5%. That seems to be somewhat the magic number right now. But guys, welcome to the Web3 Breakfast. If you want to come up to the stage and chat about anything and everything, I know Jacob, you still want to chat today, right? I just want to make sure because I know that there was on the schedule. Just let me know. Let's come up to the stage. Yeah, that goes for anybody. Maybe you're sitting in the crowd watching the live stream and you're like, wait a second, I can participate in the show? Absolutely. We run a space at the same time. As you can see, I will pull it up onto the screen now. There you go. We got Mike, the modern Canadian, coming up to the stage. We got Jacob, my guy, coming up to the stage. Feel free, guys, if you have an X account and you want to participate in the conversation today, all you got to do, raise your hand. Raise your hand and be respectful. That is it. What's up, Mike?
Dude, we got to have a VHS movie night. So I just looked up right now. The Blockbuster was at its peak in 2004. And one of the top movies of 2004 was Spider-Man 2. So we should have like a Spider-Man 2 movie night.
All right. I like this. So Spider-Man 2, and I think there is, we hit it on several levels there. The VHS was doing like Christmas movies during the holiday, and I love the idea of continuing that on. So I'll talk with those guys today about that because I think that was something I think you mentioned during the holiday time, and it was like that week they started doing them. So I would love the idea of continuing that on with the nostalgia. And I think it's cool how you say, 2008 was their big year. Find the biggest movie from 2008 and just go there. Spider-Man 2, huh? The biggest movie from 2008 was Spider-Man 2?
2004.
2004. I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic. Or I make things up, one of the two. Yeah, I heard 8, but you said 4. Gotcha. Jacob. GM, sir.
What's up, everyone? Hey, I rescheduled the space I wanted to do for next week.
Okay,
so you
perfect.
know.
Okay.
I wanted to do it today, but it ended up like the last week. Like I had it going one way, and I ended up deciding to do like a whole entire rebrand and relaunch. So I'm like, was gonna do that last night, and we have like this AI assistant that I'm like trying to get dialed in, and it's not quite dialed in yet. So I didn't launch last night, so I'm gonna wait and be a little patient about it. So I'm gonna talk about it next week.
Perfect.
I think on Tuesday.
All right.
But yeah.
I got you signed. You said Tuesday. I got it scheduled for the 27th, which is Monday. If you're good for that, we're good.
Yeah.
Cool.
I might have to look at that. But
okay.
Maybe Tuesday.
Cool. I'm pretty sure. And I don't think anybody signed up for anything next week, so I can look at the meetings. Let's see, upcoming. No, right now it's an open schedule, so you control whatever works for you. You can just pick whatever day works.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, I was kind of excited to talk about it, and then I was like, oh shit, kind of panicking because I was like, oh fuck, I'm not ready to talk about anything that I was gonna do now.
Well, like they say, you get and you have kind of shared what you're doing and everything, and I know that, but they always say you get a first chance. You get one chance to make a good first impression. You know what I mean? And so I think for the sake of everybody understands, development and all that stuff, and so for the sake of all of that, man, definitely, we look forward to learning about it next week. Hell yeah. Let's go. Next level.
In lighter news.
What's that?
In lighter news, I am going to Vegas today for the Doom Hydra tournament thing that Cardano's putting on. That's going to be exciting and cool. We're going to show off a set of rivals.
Oh, you're going to be at the HyperX Arena, right?
Yeah, dude. It's like we're like renting out the HyperX Arena, like input outputs, renting it out, and they're going to have like Cornucopias, us, and a couple other games, and then like I think also like a couple different like kind of keynote speeches and stuff with Charles. It's going to be kind of cool.
Is it one
That's
day?
pretty cool. For anybody that doesn't know, the HyperX Arena is like an esports like stage and everything, like a professional esports stage. I believe it's at one of the hotels in Vegas.
Yeah, it's at the Luxor.
Okay. HyperX Arena, you called it?
Yeah, they got this like gaming arena or some shit. So I guess we have that rented out, and we're going to be doing a bunch of content for all the different Cardano games. And then I think we're doing the main thing that's going on is they had this like $100,000 tournament where they gave like $100,000 in USDM away to like pretty much people that were competing in this like Doom tournament from home. Just showcasing the new Hydra technology that's going to be on Cardano, like the layer 2. It's like got crazy throughput.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, so is that just a one-day thing, or is that a multi-day? Does that go through into the weekend?
Yeah, it's like a one-day thing. It's like a super quick trip. We're pretty much like flying out there today, and we don't have to do any setup, but people are doing setup today, and it's like tomorrow is like I think it's like a 5-hour event or something like that, and then yeah, we pretty much pack it up and roll out. It's super quick. It's kind of weird, but should be decent value for everyone that goes. Hopefully.
There you go. And it's strictly Cardano ecosystem stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I didn't see anything like that ventured out, and it's like primarily like we're kind of showing like Charles our game, and we're trying to get like that marketing, side of it, where he has got a giant cult behind him that will follow him behind stuff he likes, So
now,
that's kind of like the whole idea.
would they do? They Cardano has like a whole like grant program, right? Where they what is that called?
Yeah, it's called Catalyst.
Catalyst,
It's basically like their treasury governance program that they try to push super hard before they push scalability or any of the other shit that everyone else is doing. And it's kind of rigged right now. I'll be totally honest. That's like the drama that's been going on because Cardano Foundation pretty much nuked the last fund and made it so like all the things they wanted won and no one else's vote pretty much made it shit because they have like the biggest, like holding in ADA, I think, out of anyone. So yeah, it's super, super unbalanced right now. So I don't really know what's going to be the solution.
Yeah, I know. We all. Some of you guys know Heck the Sneck. He fought CFN. He also fought Karate Combat. He's one of our buddies. He's been here to the show. He's a Cardano guy. I know that he had several times tried to join the Catalyst program as basically representing Cardano as a fighter, and it's been rejected every time. And him and I like to joke because Cardano's filled with fucking nerds that they're like, no, we can't have that here. No fighting, boys. So, at some point you would think that, you start to understand the broader scheme of where crypto is. And, this whole idea of the combat sports or, these things are taking over. Like, it would be good to have a professional athlete instead of just professional nerds on the team. That's just me.
No, like I support that too, but it's funny, like, Heck could go out and he could get mass support from people. Like he could be like, like easily, like everyone thinks he's a shoe-in for the vote and he should get funding for what he's doing. And these like big orgs will come in and just be like, nah, we don't really feel like that's a good idea. And they just like nuke you. And that's pretty much what happened this go around with a bunch of different things that people were trying to build on Cardano. And it's kind of scary for me too, is like I'm like building a fun app too, and I've like got told by a couple people like you should try to go for some Catalyst funding this next time around, and I'm sitting there like I almost don't even think it's like worth my time, like really, because no one knows me and like they're just gonna like step on me. It's kind of ridiculous.
Well, that I think that it's early to say that kind of stuff, Jacob. You are building in the space. And I know that you got a lot of support here at the Web3 Breakfast, man. You just never know if you put it together what'll happen or what sparks someone's interest. You just never know.
That is true. I think I'm talking more in like broad terms for like the most of the ecosystem that's doing stuff, because I think there's a lot of good stuff that like shut down. Even like for us with Ascent, it's like we had like a very like modest, like proposal where we're not asking like for copious amounts of money. We're like asking for a decent amount of money where we can get the job done and do it efficiently. And like even we got shut down, and we thought we were a shoo-in like type situation where we should have got funding, and now it's like, oh wow, we kind of almost have to go about it a different way now.
I'll tell you what, I feel like it's definitely a little bit of an overhaul. We know that the Ethereum Foundation is going through an overhaul. Maybe the Cardano Foundation needs one too. GM Crypto Lounge, what's up, fam?
James, what is going on? Sorry, I'm currently in the play area with my son running around the place, so I just wanted to pop in. I see Next Level in here, so I wanted to support him anywhere he goes. I like to follow just to see how he's going. James, we were actually in a chat before. I used to own a crypto Sally coin. Unfortunately, it didn't go well, but we had a talk and we were in chats before, so I just dropped you a follow there, and it's nice to see you again. And I'll be around, as I said, I'll be popping into space and all that to chill, chat, and relax. I haven't got a token now, guys. It's just the crypto lounge, so chill, chat, relax, and all that. But good to see you. As I said, I'm here to support Next Level. He always pops in when my page was only being set up from zero. He was very good and he supported me. And I was the only one. I know barely any followers apart from him, and he was in spaces helping me and helping my account grow. So just as I said, anytime I see him in, I like to pop in. But yeah, there's not much we can do at the moment because I'm currently, as I said, in the play area. The kids are running around like mad. I'm trying to be quiet, but I do love crypto. So it's always nice to pop in. And then I see I see next level it. I'm like, oh fuck's sake, now I have to go in and say hello. And then I seen you, and I was like, oh geez, I haven't seen him in ages. It was 6 months that I took a break away from crypto, because obviously, if any building a project is quite difficult, and your head is fried if it doesn't work out, which it didn't. But look, it is what it is. I'm back to chill, chat, relax. I see a couple of people drop me a follow. I will follow you back, so thank you so much. So, and Jason, thank you for bringing me up. I know I always say this in spaces. Obviously, you never know who you're bringing up and stuff like that. So I do appreciate the fact that you brought me up and allowed me to have a chat and stuff like that. And we will definitely have a chat again, probably in a better place where I don't have people screaming in the background. But look, thank you so much again, and I'll try and listen as best I can, what I can hear and all that. Okay.
Absolutely, man. No, I appreciate you being here. And like, listen, I one of the things that you mentioned there, I want you to everybody, and this goes for everybody, right? Like, I will always, if you raise, unless we know, for a while when we were doing a giveaway every day, we knew, based on like the moment that somebody opened their mouth, if it was someone we were going to have to shut down right away, right? We got to that point. So now that we're not doing the daily giveaways and all of that stuff, it's very easy to have people come up and enjoy the conversation and be a part of it, right? And I think that I appreciate you, coming up and being respectful. That's the only thing that I ever ask for, is that, anybody, if you just want to come up and chit chat, that you're respectful. And so, thank you for doing that. And that goes for anybody that wants to participate in the conversation. You may be watching the live stream right now and you're thinking like, man, like, and we do talk about a lot more crypto stuff. I know that we're talking about some gaming stuff right now, and that's, it's all fun. But the whole idea is, if you're ever just listening to the show and watching the show or whatever, and you're like, damn, I want to be a part of that, you can. That's the whole idea of why we run the space for the morning show at the same time, is it's a show for the community, by the community. We're all just crypto community members. And this is a multi-chain, we're chain agnostic, even though we make fun of chains. We have senses of humor. I think some chains, it's really not fun to make fun of anymore, because it's been happening so long by so many people, they take it personally. That's like the Hex people and the Pulse people. They're like the most miserable ones on the planet. Anyway, but I see really quick, before we go any farther, I do see my guy Ken Bozak down in the crowd of the space. Ken, my bro, what is up, brother? Good to see you here. Love you, man. Hope all is well with you. Hopefully we'll get a chance to connect sometime soon, see each other at a conference or whatever. But I hope all is well with you, brother, man. Good to see you. All right. Between Mike and Crypto Lounge, I don't know who had their hand up first. I will let the gentleman be gentlemen, and have it out.
Demo had it up first. Or sorry, I only see the Modern had it up first.
I just wanted to tag on to what Jake was saying. Like, the reason I really love this show is like, it's, you go to other spaces and stuff like that, and it's really serious about, like, what's going on in development and all these kind of things. And you come here, and this is the real people in Web3, like real life, and not just people actually people are building here, but it's not like super serious. And this is just, I don't know, I feel like it represents real life more than anything else, and it's just chill. And I like how everybody can come and speak here.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's the important thing. Like, here's the deal. I've tried over the 2 years that I've had this show, like, we've gone through a lot of iterations. We've done a lot of different things. We've moved the time around a little bit here or there or whatever. And come to think out, at 9 o'clock on the East Coast is 6 a.m. on the West Coast. We get a lot of people that, tune into the show from the West Coast. As like, we can, and that's why I have the afternoon show. And it's more of the value add of, let's look at some news. Let's look at what's happening. Let's look at the charts. Let's try to find some trades. Let's set our alerts. Let's do all this stuff. That's what the afternoon show is about. This morning show, for all of us to get together, whether you want to call it the water cooler or the breakfast table or whatever it may be. That's the whole point, is that we come here and we engage in just fun conversation. And it's not as, sometimes it's serious. I've tried to make it serious, but at the end of the day, the more fun that we have, and we have a place to come, let it be your inner degen in the morning, or we do, again, have some serious conversations. But the whole point of what this show is about is that what you just said, Mike. It's to come here and just connect in the morning. And it started in a bear market, right? It all started so that we could continue to be together and stay positive and remain, we've had some capitulation. We saw the crowd come and go. We've saw members of our, tight-knit community come and go. We've seen all that. We've lived it. But the whole point of building this morning show, and you heard me say, it's a community show. No matter how big any one of our platforms were ever to get, it doesn't fucking matter. That's what this show is about. I will still be, if I ever had a gazillion subscribers on my channel, it wouldn't matter. We'd still be doing this, and we'd do it the exact same way, because this is the intention of it. This is the way that it's supposed to be. So I'm glad that other people get the same thing out of this that I do. So thank you so much, guys. Go ahead and smash the like button for you. This is all for you. All right. Crypto Lounge, you will go next, and then we'll swing it on up to next level.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Just wanted to, I have a few phone calls coming in, so I'm going to have to drop off in a second. But just one thing I wanted to say, yeah, I like the chill environment. You can kind of get it from the atmosphere when you come into a room, what way lads are going to be. And look, even Jason, as I said, I've met you before. You might not know me, but I've met you before in spaces. I've talked to you before, and obviously with Next Level. So I kind of know the vibe when I go, which is good. And also, yeah, I like to be quite chill with crypto also. Like, I suppose one thing a lad said to me many years ago is, whatever you do, don't trade or buy with emotion. And I don't. And I really don't. Today I spent 3,500. Now, not that I have it, but I definitely don't have it. I took the biggest risk ever on a crypto, just a chance of it. I was kind of looking at myself going, right, was I buying or trading with emotion, or was I just doing? I said, you know what, fuck it. Yeah, I'll buy it and I'll hope for the best kind of thing. So I do like the comments that are being said here, because it's kind of like, yeah, just don't get too into it. Don't get too much. But some people do. They put their life savings and stuff into crypto, which makes them a lot more emotional if it goes down. And, you know, there's a lot more impact on their, let's say, I'll say mental health. It's not the correct word, but as I said, I'm kind of under pressure to fly through the conversation here. But you know what I mean. But just on that, the end of the note, guys, I just want to say thank you so much, Jason, for allowing me to come in. And once again, I really do appreciate that. I've seen Next Level as his hand up. So I'm just going to
Let me ask you. I got
listen to what he says. And a couple of boys had followed me, so very much.
Yeah. I got a
Yes,
question
sir.
for you. Really quick. Two quick things. One, super chat from Sandra. Come on, man. You ain't got to do that, but I appreciate you. Pizza is paid for. Absolutely right, DJ and Brian. And DJ and Brian wants to know, Crypto Lounge, is that a Northern Ireland accent?
Sorry, you're kind of breaking up. Did you say if that's a Dublin? Is my accent Dublin?
Are you Northern Ireland? I'm not sure.
No, I live in Dublin. Yeah, I'm a Dublin man. Yeah. My accent isn't really Dublin, because I kind of have all over the place. But yeah, I am a Dublin man. Yeah, a lot of people know it. And I didn't see your second question. Sorry, what was the second question?
I know it was just the one question was your accent from Northern Ireland, and so we got that. So all right, there you go. He said you could hear it. Doug said, yeah, that's Northern Ireland for sure. It's Dublin. I've never been there. My wife's been there to Ireland.
Yeah.
I heard that.
You're more than welcome to come to Dublin. Not a problem. I'm not a drinker though, so I'm kind of boring, unfortunately. A lot of people think I'm one of the exciting Irish. For many years I was, but I've since grown up and I'm boring. I like to sit out and have a nice dinner, relax at home with my wife, and just have a nice, easy, comfortable life. That's the way I like to live.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like I like happiness and chill.
Yeah, absolutely, man. There ain't nothing wrong with that. That's for sure. I think a lot of us, sometimes when you go to the crypto events, you get dragged to the clubs. But I can unequivocally tell you, I am not going to the clubs during my daily life. That is, we've all kind of grown up and changed a little bit. I too, sir, love to just sit at home and enjoy a dinner and usually some quietness. There is nothing wrong with that. Next Level, what's up, brother?
Hey, good morning, dude. Love the show. I'll jump in as much as possible. Usually I'm just a listener, though, because I'm at work, But I love the vibe, love the community building. Shout out to Crypto Lounge. This guy is a firecracker in his own space. He'll let him run. He's an easy guy to have as a host because he'll run the whole thing. It's easy to go and just vibe with him. But no, these small spaces, in my opinion, it gives me more of an intimate feeling, right? You get to know people better. You're not really having to shill to 1,000 people and you're trying to make this pitch that's supposed to resonate and get people to buy your chart. So this is a place where I like to make the networks and learn who the individuals are, just like you and how you set your community up. And I really appreciate and I resonate that with my community that I want to build is the same way. Just be respectful, enjoy crypto, learn, grow as a human being, and become a better version of yourself, and have some fun along the way. And that helped me meet the XPX guys, and then it helped me create my own team of developers and launch my own token. So if you use these platforms the right way and learn from each other and ask questions and grow, man, possibilities are endless. And I feel like that's a good part of this whole journey. And I really appreciate you having these spaces all the time, being consistent, you know?
Right, guys. Sorry if I'm cutting in. I'm losing connection. If anyone can hear me, I need to go. I don't know why. For some reason, it's muting. James, your mic is unmuted. I don't know if I'm interrupted. If I am, I'm sorry, but I really have to go, guys. And I will talk to you soon again. And once again, thank you for letting me up. And we will talk again. There's a war zone in the back here, unfortunately. So I gotta go. See you later, guys. Thank you so much. Bye, 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 bye.
I heard the crypto lounge. Am I rugging out, guys?
Oh, I was muted. They were that's silly. See, they were emptying the dumpster. You guys should be able to hear me now. They were emptying the dumpster right outside of my window, and then all of a sudden, I realized that I was still on mute, but it was super loud. Still no sound for me? Are you serious? Let's see. Everybody looks like everybody dropped. Man, did you guys all jump off the stage? That's wild. Or did we get like totally rugged?
Oh, I can hear you now. Something about the dumpster when I loaded back up that you were trying muted.
Yeah. So they were once a week, obviously. They come and empty the dumpster that's right outside, my window. And I tell you what, man, they violently empty the dumpster because it gets so fucking loud. Like my microphone thing, like if I don't have it muted, the wave thing will be just as high up on the thing as if I'm talking. And so I mute it because I would assume that it's annoying. You guys say that you've not heard it before, but I don't believe that.
The man is violently attacking that dumpster. He's taking out the frustration. That's wild.
I've only heard it like maybe once or twice, but it was very, very light.
Man, it's crazy
because boom, like, boom, but that was it.
There's like a plumbing company that's like in here as well, so they usually like pack it up with shit. So maybe they gotta slam it to make sure that they get everything out of there. But I tell you what, man, holy smokes, is it loud?
Nope. I hopped off. I thought I was rugging.
Nah, that was me.
And then I realized I was like, oh no.
More than likely, they're mad at that water heater they just took out that's in the back of their van, so they just manhandle it and threw it across the shop with all the other parts.
Oh man, DJ Brian's right. Best not to just touch any buttons. Hands free. Hands free is the way to be, baby. I mean, in the last couple days, we've made some mistakes, right? I ended the stream yesterday somehow. I still don't even understand how that worked out. And then I forgot that I was on mute. So I will definitely refrain from touching buttons for the rest of the show.
You're slacking.
I'm slacking over here as the host. But I will tell you what I'm not slacking at, because I'm going to hit this sucker right on time, baby. It is 9:30 in the morning on the East Coast. That means it is your time. If you are watching the YouTube, it is a little special message from me to you. I appreciate you, right? You guys like to keep this thing. Let me just get over there. Right now, There's a couple people watching that aren't liking it, and it's okay. It's usually like right about the 100%, which we're very close to. And so I appreciate my YouTube people so much. You don't know how much it means to me. Also, to the X viewers. Now, we've been working on this, and I will tell you, when we first started streaming on X, the amount of likes that we could get you guys to do was trash, like just trash level. But we've started to see things go up, and I'm really excited because I feel like we're getting the hang of it here. I'm going to take a look. All right, well, we're not doing so well today. But you could, if you guys are watching on X, because there are quite a few of you, go ahead and just, for me, it's easiest, just spin your phone. The heart thing will pop up. You can do that. You can also repost the video, tag some friends. Same kind of things that you can do if you are in the space to get this thing going, baby. Let's get some more friends in here. Let's talk about some crypto stuff for the second half because shit's on sale, man. We're going to have to figure out what are the opportunities. I told you in the beginning of the show, I got into virtuals. I sold my token metrics and got into virtuals over on the base ecosystem. There's some more base stuff that I've got to do, but that was a move that I made. Our Jasmine level is coming close when I pull up my charts. Let me show this to you guys. I want to show it to you so you can see it. All right, share this tab instead. There you go. Virtual. So we got in. We were in the zone when we got in. It has since gone up. I think it was about 250 something. It's now 270. And then Jasmine has dropped out of our little pinch point zone. You know, as you know, we like to call that the triangle of love. Right? The triangle of love is when you have a kind of a descending trend, and then you've got a strong support level, and it comes to that pinch point. The triangle of love, as I like to call it. But as you can see right here, Jasmine fell out of the triangle of love. And this down right here at the low 2 cent, this is something that this is the kind of lesson that we go over in the afternoon. I'll be quick with this, and then we can talk about some other stuff. But the kind of stuff that we do in the afternoon is we chart this stuff, we draw our lines. But most importantly, what we do is when we draw a line of something that's important to us, we set an alarm. You set an alert so you don't have to constantly be looking at these same exact charts. You will get a message. Your computer will start dinging. You'll get notifications that it's time to make some action, and then you figure out, oh, what was I supposed to do, right? And so there you go. That's our quick lesson for today here this morning. If you want to learn more about that, make sure you tune in at 4 p.m. Eastern. Today is Thursday, so I will do the afternoon show, and we'll go through some more stuff. We'll go through the markets. We'll go through some headlines, do some read some articles, look at some news that's happening, and then we'll pop into the charts and look for some trades, look for some things. Jasmine's in the dumpster of pain. It sure is, man. Jasmine's in the dumpster of pain. The graph's in the dumpster of pain. There's a couple ICPs in the dumpster of pain. There's a couple things in that dumpster of pain, man. But hopefully they'll get out of it pretty soon. What's not in a sea of red? You guys can see all these coins that I chart and I look at every single day. Everything is red right now except for this, the Ondo. Up to 135, baby. Let's go. As you know, we've got a few weeks left. February 6th is the Wall Street 2.0 Summit. I will be there in New York City at the event. I'm not going to be streaming anything from it. That's the deal that I made with my rep over there at Ondo. But we will hopefully get a chance to do as many soundbite interviews as we can with not only some other attendees, but some of the stakeholders as well. So be on the lookout for that. I got my dog, Jack. I don't know if you could hear that howling. That's my dog, Jackson. Did you guys hear that or no? No.
Like a split second.
Okay. Yeah. I got him here with
Nobody hears that.
What's up, Doom?
Hey, what's up, man? How you been? How's
good.
Everybody doing?
Good, brother. How are you?
Doing pretty good, man. Hey, man, we got to find Waddy because tomorrow's my birthday and I need a birthday song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think I'm not sure who our mole was, but we're always around the time that, when we always need somebody to show up on the show, they do. I don't know if Corey's our mole, which I think I call him the mole at this particular moment, but I think as the executive producer, maybe he's just doing some of the job behind the scenes without us knowing. Could be 6 a.m. Doug. He just chatted over on YouTube, said Waddy will be summoned. He said, not me. Okay, well, maybe. We'll see. It's one of you guys. Corey's thumbing down. I don't know. You guys probably, it's like if I was.
I feel like Corey should. He has such a beautiful voice that's what I want to hear tomorrow for my birthday is his voice.
Hell yeah, dude. Birthday on a pizza Friday? How wild is that? What you got?
Hell yeah.
What you got planned for the birthday? All right, you know what? No.
Dude,
No,
I'm working, man.
We'll find out tomorrow.
What's up?
We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Yeah. So
Hell yeah.
sounds like a plan. Hey, I was gonna ask you, man. What about Pith, dude? What's going on with that thing, man? I feel like that's also
that's another one of those, man.
But like, yeah.
So the thing with Pith, I'm it's not that I'm concerned, but like I'm kind of concerned, right? Like I'm gonna let me pull this up. Let me go to the daily on this one, share this tab, and I gotta bring this up.
I'm not concerned. I'm just a little concerned.
I'm not concerned at all about it. I just don't know why it's continuing to go down. There's a lot of bullish news about it, the partnerships. When we were looking back, and you guys have heard me say this, but for some of the new folks that are listening, when we were building our October portfolio, we put together a 5K portfolio for what we were anticipating being October. Obviously, it didn't work out. But when we were doing that, we were researching the graph. We put graph in because it was on a recent uptick. You know, it had gone from like 24 cents up to 36 cents around that end of September time. So that's when we put it in the portfolio. It had retraced, but then shot all the way up to 54 cents. Things were looking good, but it is actually down lower than the price it was in the fall, which is concerning. Some coins are around it. Some coins are way above it. I mean, look at HBAR. HBAR is like the prime example. Let's see, back in September was these yellow lines way the fuck down here, right? This is what we were researching for October down here. And look, this thing's way up here. Totally different story than Pith, or the graph is the same way. I don't think I have the graph on the list because I got really mad on it. GRT USDT. Let me find my spot crypto pair on Femex. There we go. There we go. This is our old one because we got all the lines on the chart. See, it's that same kind of thing. Like the graph is at the prices that we were looking at in the fall, right? Pith way below it. HBAR way above it, right? And so that was like when I've been doing a lot of research of like, all right, what do you buy now? If like we're consolidating the portfolio, what do you let loose? What do you hang on to? Well, anything that's pumped, let's use the example of HBAR. Where's it going to go now? Like, is it going to go up to $1? Possibly. But do you take some of those profits out of HBAR and roll it into Pith or the graph because they didn't do shit? They're not up, right? Like, I think the harder they fall, the harder they pump. There's some kind of expression or saying like that. Isn't that a song from the Toots and the Maytals? I think the Toots and the Maytals wrote that one. The harder they pump, the harder they fall, one and all. And then obviously you reverse it for the next chorus. So the harder they fall, the harder they pump. You fucking chump. That would be the rhyme there. All right.
Dude, that's awesome. Hey, I was gonna say real quick. Now, isn't like the graph? Isn't it actually like supposed to like do something for ETH? Or something like that, because if it is, ETH hasn't done shit, so is that why the graph hasn't done shit? If that makes sense.
Could. I feel like the graph is more encompassing than Ethereum. I could be wrong. If anybody has any kind of more of a thought or can expand on that, like go for it. I definitely thought that this thing was going to be flying a lot more than, like you saw that rip. When this thing ripped right here, let's measure this move because this thing's insane. When this thing started launching in the beginning of November, and let's see, early December. So in a month, it shot up 157%. Right? Wild. And like you would have thought that it would have been able to sustain some of that floor, but it's I think it's almost along the same lines as that it pumped so hard it didn't build any volume. I don't have volume on here. Let's see. Can I put volume on here? Where is that? Why is it not on anyway? It's doing that thing where I can't get all of the chart. That's stupid. Indicators, volume profile. We do the VWAP. Now, I want the actual. What is it called? What's the volume called? Like what you see the visible range volume profile.
The VRVP.
Yeah, the visual range volume profile. The VRVP. There it is. So right now it's got a lot, but I wonder what the story was. When we shot up from here, it was almost like Bitcoin. You guys heard me say, like, Bitcoin, when it ripped up to over, from like the 70s up, that thing was built on a house of stilts, man. That thing was just sitting. It was like a house in Key West, Florida, just ready for a hurricane to come on through and just knock those stilts down. We did see a little bit of a retracement, not much, but it has since built that volume back up. You can see here, even though you've got this big move, there is no volume down here. No volume down here where it was, but a lot of volume has built up in this rip. But I wonder if that is because it came back down and it, kind of refilled that volume back up. Go for it, Mike.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I was worried about the altcoins and stuff like that. I'm like, what is going on with these altcoins? I feel like they're lagging. And I was thinking back into 2021. Like, I was watching Bitboy like crazy back then, and I remember he was talking. Remember the whole like ETH 2,500 by Valentine's Day or whatever.
Yep.
And like last time around, everyone was saying ETH is dead, blah 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 blah. They were shitting on ETH, and because it took a fucking forever to do anything. It didn't do anything forever. But then when it ripped so hard, it pulled Bitcoin up with it, and now it's February. February was like a really, really good month in 2021. And I've been looking at our last couple months, like, December was kind of like whatever. It was mostly sideways for December when you look begin to end. January so far, like if we kind of end around where we are now, like even January was like, not great, like maybe like 10, 12%. I think yesterday we were up like 12% on the month. Like, I'm not saying February is going to be the month, but we're going to have a month soon because this is a bull market. We're going to have a month soon where you're going to have like 50, 40%, 70%, like who knows? You're going to have a rip because I don't feel like, unless we're in a super cycle and then you only have like 10% every month or these little dips. And I remember watching Raul Paul, and he was saying like, the big risk that we have this time around is that everybody, sells early, thinking that we're going to get that 65% pullback in Bitcoin, and it only goes back 40%, and then it goes back up, and everybody missed it.
Well, okay, that's the thing, and this was something I was talking about on the afternoon show, and it's tough when, you're basically talking by yourself and you can just interact with the chat, but it's great that, you kind of bring this up. And let's talk about Bitcoin, for example. Let's talk about nation states. Let's talk about what's happening around the world with Bitcoin only, right? And altcoins and all that shit. Like, again, you know my position. I'm all for a strategic reserve of the US-based crypto altcoins versus Bitcoin. We want them both, but as far as my bags are concerned, I want the US-based one. But let's swing it back to Bitcoin here for a second. Well, we looked at the numbers yesterday. The U.S. has got 200 and some thousand Bitcoin. China's right behind us, really like right on our tails. And then I think the U.K. is number 3. Who is number 4? Ukraine is number 4, and the Kingdom of Bhutan is number 5. And I think there's a list. There's of Georgia was on there. The country of Georgia's got a couple Bitcoin, and then Germany was on there. And I think it was just to make fun of them because they sold all their Bitcoin. But the whole idea of that's what's public right now, and we know that El Salvador. I missed El Salvador. Sorry, that was on the list as well. But we know that other countries are doing this. Italy, I think, was in some of the stuff that they've proposed is now to possibly have a Bitcoin strategic reserve. So we know that this is going to be a domino effect, right? So at what fucking point does the shelf run out of Bitcoin? Like, there's no more for sale. And I get that there will always be someone who's willing to sell it for a certain price when it gets up there. But the whole idea of this becomes almost like the nuclear arms race of 2020 of this era is, who can secure more Bitcoin at some point, right? And we will see that candle where like all of a sudden it goes up 70% in an hour and you're like, what just happened? Well, because the OTC deals may run out, maybe you have to go to the open market. Somebody had said, and I don't know the validity of this. I know that they said with Solana, it was not true, but with the Trump coin, that Coinbase ran out of Trump coin and they had to buy that on the open market, right? So if there is a strong enough demand, even for Bitcoin, remember, it is far more scarce than most of these other coins. And so at some point, if people do a squeeze and say, I'm not selling, this turns into a GameStop situation where you're like, I'm not selling my Bitcoin. No way. And then all of a sudden, all these countries are starting to do it. And now, it becomes scarce. Exchanges don't have any Bitcoin because it's all sold out, all that kind of shit. Or you can only there's one a day. It becomes like supply and demand kind of shit. Like, where do we see that happening? Does that ever happen? And does that just completely eliminate the 4-year cycle? Like, we can now say, miners, you don't matter as much because it doesn't matter. Like,
I really think that's the case for 2030. Mostly because I read this book called The Fourth Turning, and it basically talks about generations and how generations move. And the last fourth turning was World War II, and we're in a fourth turning now, and it usually ends with a bang. And it's not sometimes it ends in war, but sometimes it ends in where the old regime is done and a new regime takes over. And when we have AI, all these technologies and crypto, the financial system is being upgraded, AI is going to change the way the workforce is and how humans work and the productivity of humans. I think this is where we're converging into that 2030 mark, and that's when the climax of the fourth turning is supposed to happen. If you guys haven't read that book, it's a very good read. But anyways, you basically get the fourth turning and everything converging at the same time, and that's where I think our generation, the millennials, will push forward, because we're going to be in the future. We're going to be the ones leading, the youth into the next generation. And I think crypto and our digital assets will be, money will be digital. Everything's going to be digital. But I think that S curve is going to come into play around 2030, maybe shortly after. But that bull market is going to be the one.
That's going to be one hell of a time. And I'm with you. I love that metric. I love that metric for several reasons. It's a lot of things that are being measured out in the RWA ecosystem. I feel like gaming as well. We had Craig from MetaRides come up here saying that a lot of the stuff that they are talking about is 2028. Let's just ensure that, we build in a little extra time. We know Grand Theft Auto is a gazillion years in the making. And so with a true gaming push, let's use 2030 as our metric as well. And so I think that is a great place for us to really set our minds, or where do we think things are going to be in 2030? Because guess what? It's 5 years from now. That is not a long time. Not a long time at all. Which is wild to think. You use 2030 as a metric. Man, it's strange to think it's 2025. Right?
I mean, Epic Games did release a decent game called Decimated that's still in the works, but it's beta mode, I think.
Yeah. I mean, there'll be games out. We know that there's games out. There's games out now, and there's games that'll continue to come out. But I just mean on the level of the adoption for Web3 gaming, when games that have crypto or blockchain ingrained put into them is more normal than not. Right? I think 2030 is probably a good metric for that. Unless you guys think I'm wrong, Jacob, I will use your counsel if you think, bro, give the gaming sector 2 years and it's fully ingrained, or if you think 2030 is probably pretty accurate.
I would say a median. I'm shooting for 2028. I think it's getting adopted faster than we think, but we need to bring more value to NFTs. But yeah, I think they're still working on it. I think the fact that the regular mainstream gaming industry is kind of falling apart so fast, I think that's maybe why it might be sooner, but it's a good projection, 2030.
This is something. This I believe is a really interesting concept of something that just came out of there, and I feel like the NFT ecosystem as a whole, and when I say as a whole, I mean for gaming, for art, for collectibles, for generative traits, for broad scale stuff, gym memberships, punch cards at your sandwich shop, tickets for major sporting events, concerts, stuff like that. I feel like let's put that in there as well. That if we are seeing mass adoption for cryptocurrency, blockchain happen right now, that would mean that the NFT ecosystem has got some shit to put together, because when the coin season is over NFTs better have that shit buttoned up, and they better be ready to roll out, right? Because I think that's going to be its time to shine, and that's when because if we've got the retail coming in for coins, and then all of a sudden, oh, by the way, we're going to switch your concert tickets to this, your club card for Publix or whatever. You just type in your phone number. You don't even need a card anymore. But like you know, you guys understand what I mean. Like it's all NFT based. It's all you don't have to ever have a physical card anymore. We're going to shift to that way very soon. And I think we've got this is the moment for builders that are building in the NFT space. It's time to get your shit together because you're going to be on display pretty soon. It's almost like when you fight. You got the production team coming in there and you're saying, hey, we're two away. And make sure we got your gloves taped. Make sure you got your hands taped. Get your gloves on. Get ready to go. Because you never know. It could be a fast knockout. The fight for you, the one right before you could be a quick knockout, and then it's showtime. You got to be ready. So it's time for the NFT ecosystem to be ready.
But NFTs are dead, J-Chain.
NFTs as generative trait collections with derivatives are dead. Yes, 100%. But art clubs, communities, again, the broader scheme of what NFTs were meant to be, not just pictures, not just your PFP. Again, let's think about cars in California. They are on the blockchain, I believe, as NFTs, right? If I'm not mistaken, license plates as well. There's something like that. I know that was the headline or the article last year. We got to look back into this kind of stuff and see what's still happening and where it's at. But that kind of thing, I'm talking like real life. Like who gives a shit about pictures on the internet? Like I know we all do, and everybody needs their PFP, but that doesn't move the fucking world. You guys get what I'm saying? So it's time for the NFT ecosystem to grow up. That's what the bear market was for.
Yeah.
That's what this time is for. It's time to grow up. It's not about your stupid pictures anymore. It's about real world shit. And I know that, and I say, don't get me wrong, because I've got a ton of NFTs. And I say stupid pictures callously. I have a ton of NFTs, and I will continue to buy them at some point. Not right now, because it's coin season, baby. Don't be wasting those monies on the coins on the pictures right now, unless you're already pulling your profits, buying the collections that you know are going to rip. Remember, some of them are going to go back. Some of them will never be anything. Some of them will go back depending on, has there been any development? Is the community still around? Is there life to the project? Did it get rugged? All that kind of stuff. So anyway.
See, I think of this all the time. Like, just picture the scenario. You're driving on the street, get pulled down over by the cops. Cop asks you for your driver's license and registration. It's just going to be a QR code. Here's my QR code, boom, here's all my information, and that's an NFT. Your medical records will be an NFT. You get injured in another country, you need to go to the hospital. Here's a QR code, here's all my medical history, that way we can get you treated properly. You know what I mean? Like all your allergies. So I think that's going to be the future. It just makes sense logically, like that we just have everything digitized.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm all for I was going to try to make a joke there. For getting a chip implant, so all they got to do is just scan the chip and everything comes up. I mean, it's your bank, it's your gym card, everything, right? Like, but no, I'm just kidding. I don't necessarily want that. But to have it be like your device, right? If you had like a little thing that was with your device.
What is this, a Justin Timberlake movie?
What's that?
What is this, a Justin Timberlake movie?
That was a good movie.
What movie? JTT, baby.
I think
No, that's Justin Taylor
Time.
Thomas. Or Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
It was like On Time or some shit like that.
Like Timeless or something? I don't know.
Look at you guys. You guys know these Justin Timberlake movies and you're trying to act like you don't know it. Come on, just spill the beans. Spit it out.
It's a good fucking movie, that's for sure. We all know that.
All right. See, there we go. I like that. I have not seen it. I did recently see a movie with him in it, though.
The thing is he had a chip and you had to work for time to live, and if the time ran out on your watch, you died. So you had to be productive to earn more time to live.
Call in time is what.
And yeah, there you go. All in time.
So, all right. Well, maybe we'll check it out. Is it on Netflix?
Bro, that movie's old as shit. I don't even know where it'd be right now.
Let's see.
In the VHS vault.
Just look on Amazon. Amazon's got everything.
All right. Call in time movie. Usually it'll tell you where you can find it, right? Whatever. I'll look it up. I'll figure it out. I'll see where we can find it. But I think, that's it. That's what we got for today. I appreciate you guys, man. Does anybody have anything else, anything going on, anything we need to talk about? Mike, how was gaming night last night?
Gaming night was actually really cool. We did open Coliseum. That was fun. And then I hanged out with the Gagme girls, and then Crypto Stash came in, and we were playing off the grid with Crypto Stash and the GIA. It was a good time.
Wow, that's a 2015 movie. That movie's already 10 years old. That's crazy.
Time flies when you're having fun, man. That's how I feel about this show. I can't believe it's been an hour already. You guys make the time fly. So I appreciate you. I think that's it for now. I will tell you.
I need you to say that with a little bit more appreciation.
Yeah,
you said that so lackadaisical.
Yeah,
I didn't even believe
to be
it.
honest with you, I was thinking in my mind, I was like, man, I said that kind of almost like I was sad and it was like real down. And so let me get a little sip of water real quick. I'm gonna refresh. I'm gonna take that. Take two, everybody. Take your places. Shake it off. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. This has been the Web3. That was a little too high, but we'll go with it. I sure do appreciate
Keep it going. Keep it going.
All right. Hey, make sure that you smash the like button on your way out of here. Make sure you hit the heart if you are watching on X, and you're doing that for yourself. You're doing that for the community, because that's what this is. The show is a community. So, proverbial, as I like to say, pat on the back. Go for it. Give it to yourself. I was sad. You're right. Crypto Antagonist, he hit the comment right on YouTube, said that I was sad because it's over. All good things come to an end, baby. And this is where we're at today. But it's not the end of the road, and it's not goodbye. It's just so long for now. We will see each other again. In fact, we'll see each other at 4 p.m. I do know Ben's not doing a show today. They got a lot going on. So I will be back at 4 p.m. So make sure, if you can, tune in, subscribe to the channel, hit the like, do all the things that you're supposed to do. You guys know the drill by now. And I will be back at 4. So until then, and if you can't make it, if you're like, man, I'm slam-a-jammed in the afternoon, I can't make it, but you can come back tomorrow for Web3 Breakfast. Not only is it Pizza Friday, but I'm hoping that the space gods have summoned Wadi the X, and we get a absolutely amazing rendition of Happy Birthday for our guy Doom. So if you can't make it this afternoon, that is A-okay. Please make sure you come back tomorrow so we can sing Happy Birthday to our guy Greg. All right, that's it. Ciao for now, friends.